Kobe had nicknames, right?
Bro,
if I'm not mistaken. LeBron he got
not have a
nicknames.
nickname?
Y'all got 20 seconds.
LeBron, they don't call LeBron the king.
Does Curry not have a nickname? I'm trying to see. Like, are you the only
Would he
person
be the
that don't know his
prince?
nickname?
If LeBron is the king, would he be the prince?
Are you the only person that don't know his nickname? But I see what you're doing. It's gonna help our ratings.
I know. Aisha.
You taking that max role?
That's what I know. Aisha Curry. I don't know too much about Steph Curry. I know Aisha Curry.
Find the best star player you can hate on. Find the best star.
That's
gonna help our ratings. I ain't gonna lie. Find the best star player you can hate on that don't deserve to be hated on.
I'm jumping in.
I'm finna find somebody too.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Welcome, fellas. Welcome, ladies and gents, kings and queens. As you see, we was potting before we pod. This is Talk Your Ish. I am Scorsese, a.k.a. TJ, a.k.a. whatever at this point. We have DJ repping the Warriors as usual. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. These Curry haters be making me.
He ain't good. He ain't good.
We just beat the Sixers.
I got him in his Curry feelings right now. He dark skinned, but he feeling real light skinned right now.
Crazy part about it is I'm relaxed. Why would I? Why am
Good.
I? He just dropped 50 again after dropping 50 on Saturday.
Hey, 50 and 5 assists. That's cool. 50 is cool without a triple. If it was a triple double, then I give him that respect.
Yeah, because Westbrook just get triple doubles but lose in 75% of the damn games.
See what I mean? They've been potting before we potted.
Go a long way.
Hey, I didn't bring up Westbrook. Westbrook is a bum.
You brought up triple doubles. He just triple double king, right?
And as you see,
I know we don't have our other co-host here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Khalil. I think he out. You know what I'm saying? In training. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a better service member. Shout out to all the service members protecting our country. But I think he said something about Harden being MVP like, and guess what? He putting up triple doubles.
All right, bro. Continue.
All right, bro. Yeah. I know. All right, bro.
Hold on.
You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say.
Let me set this up.
Just like I said last that previous episode. Harden.
And if you haven't noticed,
you can't argue.
If you haven't noticed, Skins is here. Skins, man. All right. You know what? This is episode 6. We're not going to hold you. As you see, we already hot and primed to go. Pause. So we're just going to jump into it. Gentlemen,
we shooting out the gate.
You've been shooting out the gate for the past 15 minutes before I recorded. So now the audience is listening. All right. Let's get back into that bag. Okay. DJ, I'm going to let you start that off. Go.
You really would have to start with him. He the one that have some type of, I don't know. It kind of started in the group chat.
Right. Listen,
it kind of started with a little jealousy, a little hate.
No.
I don't know.
I'm gonna break it down from.
It was hate that he admitted to. I'm
gonna break it down from the beginning because I remember breaking down from the initial statement that was made by DJ. The initial statement was, Steph Curry is one of the greatest. No, is the greatest point guard, and he is better than that didn't really trigger me as much as he's greater than Magic Johnson. I looked at that and the first thing I sit there and said is, oh, you never seen a Magic Johnson game. You never seen the Lakers in the 80s. Like, you got to understand that was you understand how many they dominated a decade and they were led by Magic Johnson. If Steph Curry and the Warriors dominated a decade, then yes, I'm giving Curry that. But Curry never did that. You know why? Because there were other players that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? In other teams that he just couldn't get around. In the 80s, there was 2 teams. There was the Celtics
I'm
it
glad
was
you just
the
said that.
Lakers.
It was two teams. So Curry had to go against how many teams in order? Like it was two good teams in the '80s, and you sitting here bragging about how great Magic was. He literally had to go against one other team that was good. In today's
No,
NBA, there is at least one
it's not.
superstar.
No, you had other great
You
teams.
just proved your
It's
own
just
point. You
listen.
just proved your
You
own
had
point. Get out
other
of here.
great teams. It's just that in the
He just said
'80s,
it was
it
two
ended
teams.
up
There was two
Celtics
teams.
Lakers
Exactly.
majority of the time.
Every single team in today's era have at least 1 to 2 superstars. You just said out your own mouth, Magic had to go against one team.
And
The
if you want to keep it a buck, he really had to go against two players. Just like Magic had, he had James Worthy, and before James Worthy came on the team, it was only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When he first started, it was just him and Jabbar, right? So it's him and Jabbar versus Bird and Cartwright.
Okay.
It's even. It's even.
That
you
wasn't
got
home.
two players. Y'all got two stars. We got two stars.
Okay, they did the typical Laker thing and go take somebody else's star.
Look, I should say this: when I've watched, I may have not been old enough to actually see live Laker games when Magic was playing, and I mean in his prime. I'm not talking about because I've seen him in the '90s after, you know what I'm saying, the accusations and him coming back to the NBA. I'm talking about prime when he was winning the championships. I was 2, 1, 3 years old. So I went back and watched those series. There wasn't nothing that compared to that man. And I feel like he was given that whole situation.
That's why I ain't gonna lie.
They was dominating so bad that they felt like they had to make this man sick.
I'm not even
to get him out the way.
I'm not even really debating that.
And
to be honest,
that's just one of those conspiracy theories. You know,
that's cool.
Don't feed or read into that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really not even debating that. Hear me out. I'm really not even debating that because, to my credit, I did say I kind of backtrack. I didn't backtrack, but I said it's about preference. Like, I just think when it's all said and done, when Curry retired and goes into the Hall of Fame, we're gonna look back and it's gonna be about preference. If Magic is your best point guard of all time, you're probably gonna come from thinking of how you think, a traditional point guard. If Curry is your best of all time, it's probably gonna be how today's NBA.
You know why I say that, and I ended off with this to end the topic. The reason why I say Magic is, if not the best, one of the best, and higher than Curry, because you got to understand, a lot of great point guards come from his tree. So whether it be a Gary Payton, whether it be a Iverson is not one of the greatest point guards ever. Guess what? Cool. He come from the Magic Johnson tree. That handle,
that's cool.
Crossover Tim Hardaway. Think about the greatest point guards ever that had handle. They come from the Magic tree. They come from the Magic Johnson tree. So how do you not? Let's say Steph Curry didn't watch Magic, but he watched Iverson. So if Iverson come from the Magic tree, and Steph Curry come from the Iverson tree, he come from that same root of seed. Because he was watching somebody that watched.
You can say,
you know what I'm saying?
You can say what tree came from what tree all you want. I'm not putting no Iverson, John Stockton, Chris, all them other niggas you was naming is not ahead of Curry. If you want to put Magic Johnson ahead of Curry, I'm not arguing that. That is about preference. But you talking about, John Stockton is better than Curry. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody listening to that shit.
That's another put the stats up. Listen. You would not know about Byron Scott or Jeff Hornacek if it's not for John Stockton. He made nobody's somebody. That's what point guards do.
He can do that.
That's what great point guards do. Great point guards make somebody's they make nobody's somebody. Because Karl Malone does it without John Stockton. But with John Stockton, now you have an actual team. So he makes Jeff Hornacek an actual valuable and player. Like, He's hitting threes. Listen, Jeff Hornacek, because I watched the '97. I watched the '97 playoff. He's hitting threes the way Klay Thompson hit threes.
Listen,
off
I'm gonna
the
give you a name
assist from John Stockton.
I don't care if he made. I'm gonna give you a name from that Jazz team because I'm gonna let you know I watched too. I don't care if he made Shannon Anderson look like LeBron James. He ain't better than Curry. You can go down that Jazz bench that they had, all them bums that they had on that bench. He ain't better than Curry. He can make didn't they have Jacques Vaughn off the bench? He can make Jacques Vaughn look like Trae Young or one of these Dame Lillard. He ain't better than Curry. I don't care who he made look like what. He ain't better than Curry. So you can take that back to the 80s, player. You talk my shit.
All right. Hold on. We're going to end it right there.
So we're going to leave it there. I just wanted to add my little 2 pieces.
We'll let the viewers decide. Listen, I need people in the comments. Go in the comments and tell me who you feel is better, Magic, Curry, or do you feel like there's better point guards than Curry? Please let me know.
Okay, hold on. You know what? I gotta ask you something real quick, and we can leave. Based off of your, you know, what you're saying, right? So, do you not deem LeBron as a better passer than like Magic? Because
hell
you
no.
don't. Okay,
hell no.
I was just wondering because you know he came from that. You know what I'm saying, that cloth. So.
Right. I see what you're doing. Okay.
I personally think LeBron is the best passer in NBA history, but I guess
all right.
Y'all
say my takes. Y'all say my takes is wild.
All right.
I don't think
so.
Wild.
I pulled up some comparisons. Magic only played 13 years. Steph is currently right now at 12. I would say, looking at the stats real quickly to save everyone time, Curry has more points per game, averaging about 27 compared to Magic's 20. However, when it comes to, let's say, defensive or maybe offensive rebounds, Magic is above Curry. He's also
6'9". Whoa. He's 6'. Nope. One is 6'9", and one is 6'3".
Hold on. Okay. When it comes to assists, Magic did more, which is coming up on 13 assists compared to Curry with 6.
And he was the steal king in 81 and 82.
And Curry was the steal king in 2014 and 15. So they cut that evens out.
Currently right now, Magic still holds that lead with steals per game with 2, and Curry right now is at 1.5. But everything else, I would say.
Career. I'm saying Curry led the league in steals 2 years in a row, just like Magic did. So don't forget that.
But
and to be honest, let's just to end it off. I really don't feel you can compare the two just for the fact you said Magic was 6'9". You can't compare Curry size to Magic size. That's a different type of ball play. When you 6'9", you got a different type of confidence.
That's why I say it's about preference.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think it's about preference. I just think you can't compare the two. You would have to compare Magic to a small forward because he's the size of a small forward.
Can I ask you a question?
Or power forward.
Are you saying that just because Magic is 6'9", he should have more confidence than Curry? That is the dumbest thing you could say.
No, I'm not saying he should have more confidence. And this gonna sound even wild. I'm saying he would. Think about taller. No, let's think about taller, more people with bigger size and taller. They don't tend to have more confidence than people that are shorter. And I'm not talking about no Napoleon complex.
No.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just think about shorter people in general, and then think about basketball players, and then think about regular sized people.
I'm with
you.
So
you think who has more confidence?
Okay,
an athlete that has that size? Or?
I can't go with that, Skins, because every player is different.
I hear you, but only to a certain extent, because I will agree that in life, certain things you do just feel more confident when you're taller. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you taller, you feel a little bit more confident. But at basketball, if you're taught the right way, then you're taught, because I was taught the right way. You're taught that height means nothing on a basketball court. I can use your height. I can use your height against you.
All right.
Sean Bradley.
Another. All right. This is another hot take. Yeah, I know.
Porzingis.
Look. I don't know if y'all gonna like it. This is another hot take. You dark, Scores is dark. I'm dark. I just feel like when you light skin, you have a different, like, it's a different sense of. You don't have the same aggression of a dark skinned male. And
Can I
that
say
shit
something?
sound, and no, it
No,
sound
no,
crazy,
no, no,
but
no,
I
no,
just
no. It's
feel
not
that.
crazy.
I like,
Hear me
I've
out.
never I think about light skinned male. I don't know too many aggressive, super violent light skinned males. I know
I'll say this.
dark skinned dudes that are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Off the, you know what I'm saying, meter. Like, think you know any light skinned Casanova 2 times?
Hear me out. I mean, I'll say this.
Exactly.
I'll say this. I
Kenyon
damn
Martin,
near,
first
I
person I
damn
thought
near
of.
agree with him on that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I damn near agree with you on that. Only because I've watched Steph Curry his whole career, and it's been too many moments where I've said, "Come on, Curry, with that light skinned shit." It's been
Exactly. Yo,
it's
Clay,
been
Clay
this, no, no,
Thompson
no, no.
soft as Play-Doh.
They're not.
He
See,
Play-Doh.
that's where I
Play-Doh.
don't want
Like,
you to mistake what I'm saying. They're not soft because they're really tough as nails. They both tough, but
that's
it's
that,
just
that's that fake
sometimes
tough.
it's no, it's not. I've seen them both do like. Come on now, you can't tell me they're not
All
tough.
right. So
However,
I'll put it
I
like
have
this.
seen
You know,
them.
I say they have built toughness because of what, like I said, is that kind of not being able to identify with one.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
So
Yes,
you
but no,
feel a
that's not the
certain
case.
toughness because you might have the dark skin.
Okay, let me say this.
Yeah, you might.
Clay doesn't give me that same energy that Draymond gives me. That's a good example right there.
Of course, they different.
None of the light skins give
Clay
that
is laid
energy
back.
that
Draymond is
Draymond gives.
an aggressive person. All right, what's next, man? That's
All
enough
right.
for you.
All right. So, real quick, I wanted to
I
do
hope
like
no one was offended by this colorist topic that ended right there.
real quick cuz I just I saw it while we were trying to get everything up and going with the recording. LaMelo Ball. He could be
Oh,
coming back. He could be coming back within 7 to 10 days. That's good. Now, my question is, if he does come back, does he still
yep.
okay,
Yep.
okay, for the audience that doesn't know, he
Can he
had
still get rookie of the year?
yes.
For me, he could.
Oh
Because
yeah, oh yeah,
only reason I say
yeah.
yeah
I
is
got
because
it.
the other rookies haven't done nothing to where it's like they took off with it.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
while he was absent, Anthony Edwards took off with it, then I
Then
would say
yes.
that all right, cool. But ain't nobody took off with it. LaMelo can come back in like the last 15 or so games, and if he played like he was playing before he got hurt, for sure.
And you could tell he wants to get back on the court. When you see him on the
And to me,
sidelines,
it's more of a thing like you could tell he was gonna win it if he never got hurt. Like he was gonna win that award.
So do I mean, all right, let me ask this question. Is
what's
rookie
up?
of the year still acclaimed as it used to be?
That's a good question.
Is it what?
Is rookie of the year still acclaimed as, because I don't feel like he needs to come back to win that. Like, do you really care about rookie
I
of the
think
year? I don't want to be
you know what?
I don't really care. I want to be
Who is
fully healthy to, because I want to take this somewhere with Charlotte.
no, I I think it lost some of its luster when who was that? Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell. Remember they was going back and forth, and Ben Simmons was like, I don't know somebody, but they went back and forth, and Ben Simmons won, and he shouldn't have won or something. It was his second year, but I think it does matter to the rookie players. It matters to no one but the rookie players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I think they still come in and strive to win rookie of the year in their first year. But as far as having any like bearing on the rest of your career, as far as like, oh, but he didn't win rookie of the year, like I don't think that matters.
Yeah, I mean, in the overall, I think if I'm LaMelo Ball and I'm focused on like being a Hall of Fame career player, like putting up Hall of Fame stats, winning championships, actually taking the Hornets somewhere, then I don't think I'm necessarily. I might come back, but I'm not necessarily rushing to play 100% to win Rookie of the Year. If you understand,
True. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
And
I
they
think
gonna make
I think that whole himself, that hurting himself, and him having to sit down for these couple weeks, kind of put things in perspective for him, where he like, you know what, I need to take more care of myself, where I'm not getting hurt so easily. So I think he's just gonna factor that in, as far as what I'm saying, his health and how much he's pushing and putting himself through.
Yeah,
I think overall a lot of players are doing that. This is why you had like LaMarcus Aldrige, you know what I'm saying, leave the game, because people. I think a lot of athletes are just factoring their health first, as opposed to their love for the game.
Yeah, they should. I mean, they should, especially with a condensed season. I think that's where a lot of these injuries are coming from. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I also will say I don't think you get the same athlete because of that. Because you're so focused on, or you're so paranoid about your health that you don't play the same, or you don't play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that takes a lot of greatness from what players would have been. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so looking down. Like I think, like I said, I think LaMarcus Aldridge leaving the game, I think that was a little hasty. You know what I'm saying? You just had one game where your heartbeat and your rhythm was off, but you didn't even do the due diligence to find out what was happening and why that was happening during the game
But he had
before
though.
you
He had
quit.
that. That wasn't.
No,
Nah,
you
that
did.
wasn't the first time.
Well, he never said that wasn't the first time.
That wasn't his first time going through that. That happened to him in 2011 also. So he knew exactly what he was
So that
doing.
was one other time.
I'm saying, if you know about it, like, you have a somewhat of an irregular heartbeat.
All right, so I mean, and I know this just from being. I've been a medical professional before. I've been a nurse, so I know regular people that not athletic that have a regular heartbeat.
For sure.
So it could also be said that it had nothing to do with sports. He just had
Yeah,
heartbeats.
but there's examples that of sports killing players when they don't tend to it as well. So you have to play it on the safe side. And for a player like LaMarcus Aldridge that's been in the league for 15 years, that's made over $250 million probably, he has to ask himself, is this one ring that I'm chasing worth me passing out on the court and missing the rest of my kids? No, I've been in, like, he played through it when he was young in his career. He played through it because he wanted. You can't play through that.
This is where you don't have to, and you don't have to necessarily play on the court. You could still be on the team, but you're not running. That's what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
You're not running the same.
You just want him to get more.
You're not running the same amount of minutes that you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they sat there and put you in a game for literally 10 minutes and less, like overall throughout the game, you like that's still you getting to the chip or getting a chip or getting a championship on the team, and not having to sacrifice your career, still be able to, you know what I'm saying, get other opportunities and continue to feed your family. Because now that you ended your career, let's just say, for better term, worst case scenario, he ends up a sports commentator, which most of them do. You know, so he ends up in a Paul Pierce like position where he's making maybe 50 to 100K an episode. But you got to understand, because of the lifestyle they've lived for 15 years, their expenses they exceed that on a monthly. So it's anywhere from 100K to $500,000 just in bills and paying necessary people that's in his life to make his life easier.
But do you think that also weighed into his decision as well, where he had to really think, do I have the money?
What,
like, do I have the security?
I don't think it's necessarily.
I don't have to worry about it, because if
I don't think it's necessarily.
If he didn't have the money, then yeah, maybe he would kind of do like what you said. He probably just stay on the side, maybe talk to other people, get some other opinions. But he figured, hey, I have the money. This already happened to me before. back in mid 2000s. I'm gonna just quit while I'm ahead. I have a family to look after.
Nah, I don't think it's necessarily money. You know what I'm saying? Because we happen to be in an era where you can have the money that you've already generated make more money for you. So I'm pretty sure he has.
But athletes get that flack for not saving their money, and yet they're the ones that be doing GoFundMe's and all this other
Well, that's
fundraising
because
bullshit.
they also they on top of excessive spending, they have so many loved ones and friends that they take care of. So I personally know of athletes that have friends living with them, just because this person, like I said, might make their life easier. So, you know what I'm saying, they make sure they their bags is packed when they need to travel. You know what I'm saying? They have everything they need as far as whatever food, drink, sports, you know what I'm saying? They keep the necessary uh they just, like I said, they just made their life easier. So this person necessarily doesn't have their own means of income. So that's necessarily their sole means of surviving is off this person, to where now you end up paying somebody $300K just to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But he had a great career though. So shout out to LaMarcus Aldrige.
Yeah. Shout out to LaMarcus Aldrige.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention, unless you guys already talked about it, the Kobe and Nike deal.
I haven't even seen about that yet. I've seen y'all talk about it in the chat.
Them Kobe sixes about to fly off the shelf.
Man.
So it's been reported that I guess the Kobe's estate, they will not renew the Nike contract. It's done. So I don't know how many shoes they have left. Maybe there's one more, but going back to what Skins was saying in the group chat, yo, if you have the first ones, get ready to cash out. Get ready to.
Ain't
cash
nobody
out.
gonna sell Kobe 2 Love. Ain't nobody gonna sell.
Nah, I no one thing.
This is a different era,
one
my
thing.
man.
One
Different
thing
era.
I could definitely say I'm in is the sneaker business. Like these are going to sell and fly. This off the news that Nike will not be making any more Kobe sneakers.
That's crazy.
All those sneakers are flying, especially that last pair that dropped. Because, like I said, they could probably like remake them, but they're not going to be a new pair. It's just the same pair being put out again. So,
but you know what? I like this move by the estate. It's time to move on.
That, and it also kind of made me think maybe the Kobe estate might be going in a LeVar Ball type of perspective.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They're gonna do their own shoe.
Some type of
really?
Because
no, I don't think it's
one thing I will say about the sneaker business right now, one thing I'm noticing is you have a lot of what you would call smaller creators creating their own type sneaker, and they're selling off faster than a sneaker on the sneakers app, a Nike sneaker on the sneakers app, or a Jordan sneaker on the like. I follow one of these guys. His name is Quee. He got like a thunderbolt on the side of his sneaker, and every time he drops sneakers, they sell out within seconds. He's dropping a sneaker tomorrow for $420, and I'm gonna be there, but I guarantee you, them sneakers will sell out. It will be a line longer than, you know what I'm saying, the unemployment line. and I think I just think that's the direction his estate is going in, where they're going to either find a independent creator and they're going to create their own sneaker, and they're just going to have whether it be blackmamba.com, mamba.com, and they're going to sell their own Kobe sneakers. That's what I would do.
Nike own the right Black Mamba.
Well, that's Black Mamba. I could still come out with Mamba.
That's true.
Mamba 7, Mamba 8, Mamba 24.
Could be, yeah. Shout out to Vanessa Bryant though for doing that.
Mamba 24-8. Like
Respect.
you never like. It's so many things they could do with that, and I definitely I support and respect Vanessa Bryant's decision and the Kobe estate's decision.
Respect.
What
So then that leaves an opportunity for someone else, but I mean, who?
Yeah. Maybe I don't know who else Nike got. They got some people, but who else coming up? But what's next?
But who's really gonna bring it in though?
I mean,
Good question.
to me, Nike's kind of like right now their Lord and Savior is like LeBron. You know what I'm saying, as far as shoes.
Oh yeah, he got that lifetime
You know
contract
so,
though, right?
They're pretty safe.
Yeah.
They're pretty good with him.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying,
they ain't got to worry about nothing.
Exactly. Like,
they ain't got to worry about nothing. Boy.
I gotta ask you guys. I'm gonna look at this camera like I'm looking at the audience or looking at both y'all. Tell me who watched that Jake Paul fight. I need answers.
Nah, I ain't watch it. I didn't get to watch it.
Okay. So I didn't watch it, but you know, every once in a while, gotta hit that refresh on Twitter, and of course, I had to see it. The celebration, the one hit quitter. Who's gonna take him down?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
A real boxer.
Let me ask you a question, Scores, because you say you saw it. Did it look organic? Did it look like he just caught him?
That shit was fixed. I'm saying it right now. The fight was fixed.
All right, then
the fight was
then
fixed.
I can't even necessarily say that he's even valued as a boxer. Like, how can you even value? Because once you put him in with somebody that's certified and licensed, like, they're gonna knock his head off. Especially somebody
that's what we want to see.
Like I said earlier, a Deontay Wilder. They put him in there. Put him in with Deontay Wilder. It cleaned his clock.
Right. All right. Real quick, because I want to save one for maybe next time.
Yo.
I do want to save Skins the topic for next week, just so it gets more developed about the whole Super League. So let's save that. I guess one more that we can do is the KD interview with $1 Million Worth of Game podcast.
I just seen that.
Come on, man. Did he do Drip? Did he do that intentionally? Did he really forget?
That man did that on purpose. He said, "I did forget about Russ, huh? Man, I forgot about."
I put it like this. You know how like you might not be.
Oh no, he was like, I forgot about.
Yeah, it was the way he said it. You like, man, you lying ass.
KD got to stop the game.
No, it was. You could tell, but at the same time, you know how like somebody brings somebody up, and you was like, damn, I was hoping you wasn't gonna say some shit like that. So now you have to play it off like, yo, damn, I did forget Russ, right? Word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though in your head you're like, man, fuck Russell, man, Westbrook to my dick. I don't fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck. I don't like him. That's the worst player I ever played with. That's what he really wanted to say.
That's exactly what he tried to say. That's what he tried to say for sure. Like, bro, I don't fuck with that nigga. Like, I'm glad you asked me about him, because you know what I'm about to say? Oh, I forgot somebody.
Look, I put it like this, because of all the heat he's been catching recently, he was just being politically correct. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to say what he really wanted to say because he'd been catching heat already. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what? You know what? You right. I did forget Westbrook. How did I do it? I forgot.
Right.
You know what? Yeah, Westbrook.
Right. Before we get on to these quarterbacks, before we end it real quick on these quarterbacks, I just want to say this. I don't know if y'all seen those Zion comments about playing at Madison Square Garden.
I saw that.
Even though it's fuck the Knicks, but yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know when Zion contract is up or when he can actually control where he goes, but when he can,
Listen,
that man is going to New York. Did you see how happy he was?
He's just leaving a little bit
if
right
he
there.
comes to the Knicks
Right.
and it's Julius Randle and Zion Williams on the Knicks, I am buying a Zion Williams New York Knicks jersey.
Hey, and then look, I'm gonna tell you why they got the number one recruiting pitch too. His best friend over there, RJ Barry, his best friend.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say, look out, man. He was mad about losing the game, and then when dude asked him that, he was like,
think about it. Think about it. It's New Orleans versus New York. Think about the scenery. Like, yeah, if you a Southern person and you love like jazz and you know what I'm saying, just the whole atmosphere of New Orleans, then you appreciate that. You will want to be there. But I don't think he's that type of person. I think he liked the fast pacedness of New York, and like you said, his best friend is here. So his best friend probably just telling him about New York. He like, damn, son, I wish I was a Knick. Yo, I'm gonna try my best to get up there. Don't worry.
Buildings, bright lights, everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this: if I was the Knicks right now, after he said that, I don't know if y'all remember what the Clippers said they did about Kawhi, but they sent somebody to every game he had. They did all that recruiting. If I'm the Knicks, all that starts right now.
yeah.
But yeah, though. So yeah, Zion to the Knicks confirmed. But fellas, I had some I had something I wanted to get off my chest.
Talk your ish.
Talk your ish, man.
Get it off.
That's what this pod is for. Talk your ish.
To the NFL we go. Rest in peace, Black Rob.
Rest in peace.
Yo, ironically, that's my ringtone right now. So every time somebody like that, that's what goes off right there. Rest in peace, Black Rob.
Rest in peace, Black Rob.
And I knew him personally.
For sure, facts. Rest in peace. But to the NFL, man. So I don't know if y'all been seeing about these quarterbacks that's supposed to get paid. Not my team is the Niners. We got the number 3 pick. We traded up to the number 3 pick from the number 12 pick. Mm-hmm. And apparently everybody think we taking Mac Jones when we're not taking Mac Jones. We're taking Justin Fields. However,
that wouldn't be bad. Don't get me wrong. This is a fellow Niners fan talking to you. So that necessarily
we need our own version of
Justin Fields is the better pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. Here's where I want to talk my issue at.
Okay.
The media kills me, man. This is why I can't wait till this podcast blow up so I can go at all these media people.
That's not.
They swear that Mac Jones is the next Brady. Oh, just hear me out. They keep saying Mac Jones is the next Brady. Oh, he's Brady like. If he's so Brady-esque, then how come the Patriots not trying to trade up for him? How come the Patriots is trying to trade up for Justin Fields? And my thing is, if I'm a coach or if I'm a GM or if I'm an owner, the fact that Bill Belichick, the most accomplished coach of any sport of all time, Bill Belichick, or arguably, he's never traded up for a quarterback. In 20 years of coaching, he's never traded up in the first round for a quarterback. Yet this year, he wants to trade up for Justin Fields. That simple fact should tell you how good Justin Fields is. If the greatest coach of all time in football wants to trade up for him, and he ain't never traded up for nobody.
Let me just say this. You know how invested college boosters and agents are in players' careers? So you know how some of these college boosters and agents might have connections to media? Right. PR agents where they can spin or they can increase somebody's visibility in the media, like a Mac Jones, to where he gets talked about more than Justin Fields, and Justin Fields now starts to slide back in the draft pick.
That's what I hate.
Like I said, the media coverage that is given to Mac Jones because he picked the right agent and he picked the right college booster that knew. Listen, I'm telling you. You all right?
No, I'm with you. I agree.
I've watched certain documentaries where they've talked about certain college scandals where boosters get caught up so invested in a player's career that they go beyond the scope of what they're supposed to be doing. So I believe it does get to that point where you ask yourself, and other people are asking, why is Justin Fields falling so, like, why is he not getting the coverage? And then you have to factor this, how many people might be invested into Mac Jones to where he's going to get the push that he needs because these people they put their chips on him.
But when it's clear that he's not as good as the other players, I don't care about that. Y'all can push him all you want.
Yeah,
He's
but you got to understand, it's not about how good he is. It's about him landing a contract so he can pay
I don't care about
the necessary people that got him that big contract.
I hear you. I don't care about his publicity. That's fine and dandy. If he gets drafted number 3, it's a conspiracy, is what I'm saying. The man has a DUI that is yet to get talked about on ESPN Airways. They will not say that he has a DUI on the ESPN Airways. So the fact that you keep saying he invested, that's absolutely right. These Bama
now,
investors,
if he does, like you said, if he does go to number 3, you have to look at his agent, who might be, I'm just telling you why you have to look at those people, and then that's your answer why he went number 3, because of those people behind him.
No,
because
they better be paying the Niners organization.
One thing I keep reiterating is how much business and all of that factors into sports. It's not just about skill; it's about dollars being made. So yeah, you might be one of the nicest players, but guess what? He has the necessary people behind him that's going to push, and they got the connections to where he gets highlighted.
Right.
The highlight is okay. It's about the team drafting him.
But
all
of that factors
all
in.
what you said.
If you getting highlighted and talked about,
if we make our pick based on connections with boosters, then we stupid and we want to lose. I'm just saying. After losing to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, if that didn't teach the Niners that we need our own version of Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Fields is sitting there and we pass up on him for Mac Jones, then we just don't want to win. I'm sorry, we just don't want to win. You don't want to win.
All right, so
period.
Who you think getting Trevor Lawrence?
Well, it's Jags getting Trevor Lawrence, and the Jets.
Do you think that's
Zach
a good
Wilson.
fit for the Jags?
It doesn't matter.
I don't think that's a good fit for the Jags.
He's been in. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a good fit. They got a new coach. Urban Meyer, who's one of the greatest coaches of all time, and Trevor Lawrence type talent. He's been the number 1 quarterback in his class since like his freshman year. So he's gonna go number 1. That's just regardless.
All right, we'll see
whether it's a good fit or not. He's locked in at number 1. They've already said they're picking him.
You also got I think it's Trey Lang. You got Zach Wilson from BYU. I don't even honestly why Zach Wilson is being talked about the way he's being talked about from BYU. You in a conference that's not even that competitive compared to other conferences. For you to be talked about the way you talked about.
You know what it is with Zach Wilson? He looked a lot of like the thing about Zach Wilson. A lot of his passes and a lot of his unorthodox throws mirrors a lot of what Patrick Mahomes does.
All right, that's what you say, Patrick. I was going to say Aaron Rodgers.
Both.
I would say
that too.
He gave me Aaron Rodgers vibes when I was watching his tape.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know these scouts and coaches, they gonna fall in love with that as soon as they see that. But all I know is my Niners better get Justin Fields, bro. He run a 4.4. He in that offense, he'd be crazy. We don't get him. That's dead. That's out.
All right.
But shout out to Khalil, man. Shout out. We had to do this without him. And I do want to say, back to basketball real quick. I think the Lakers should still be the favorite once they get healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. And just a sidebar, I want to shout out Word on the Street podcast.
Yes.
I want to shout out the COD podcast. Say what's good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I want to shout out this podcast is canceled. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Loaded. Shout out to Shiva. Shout out to my boy Jew. You know what I'm saying? We all out here.
Matter of fact,
you know what I'm
they had
saying?
me
We
on
all
their
out here creating. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
support us.
They had me on their podcast. Go watch This Podcast is Canceled. They had me on there. I'm on there. You know what I'm saying? We getting into a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So just
Okay.
that.
Okay. All right. Well, real
yeah,
quick,
we should bring Jew on. Because didn't he
What's
say he wanted to talk about sports?
Listen,
absolutely. We got
next
week.
Hold on. Not only do I want to hear his take, I need to see some video. Because last I checked on their pod, he was talking all that shit about, you know, he'd be giving it up on the court. So I'm like, okay.
Me and Jew got a one-on-one game we got to get to.
All right. I need video.
Yeah, get your knees together, DJ.
All right, real quick. Final quarter. You guys got any last topics?
I just want to talk about soccer real quick, football, as some of us know it.
I wanted to do that later because that needs a longer time.
That needs a good
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'll just say this one quick thing. Shout out to the Super League.
Okay.
Shout out to the Super League. I like what's going on over there. I like that. I like that.
I can willingly admit I know nothing about soccer. All I know is Messi is pretty good. Ronaldo is pretty good. Yeah, that's it.
All I'm gonna say is it's getting a little greedy over there. Supposedly there's some corruption going on. The game is ruined now. Listen, I want to give it enough time.
Hold on.
Next week,
I got a quick story. I got a quick this has to correlate with sports. But I used to work for someone that stole over $100 million from FIFA. I used to work for the ex-head of FIFA. If you know him as Jack Warner. If you look up his name, he used to be the head of FIFA. He stole over $100 million with a couple other executives, and got kicked.
Wasn't that a couple years?
Yeah,
ago?
he got banned. He got banned from the league. But I worked for him. I used to work for him.
Crazy.
He was trying to. When I was living in Trinidad, he was running for president, and I worked on his campaign.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
looking at his face now, I remember. Yeah, that big corruption that happened a while back. Okay.
I just want to say he did get away with the money. He still got the bread.
Allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly. He got that money. He did that shit.
Hey, well, Mr. Sir, if you watching this podcast, we are a fan of you.
Hey, no disrespect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jack Warner, but he way too old to even know what the internet is. Like he that old. Like he prehistoric. You know what I'm saying?
He real old.
He never gonna see this.
He got nieces and nephews.
Yeah, but
like
I used to work
man.
for him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jack Warner.
So Skins be knowing everybody. But we're not gonna get into that today. We're not gonna get into that today. But
we need to hunt down Ray Austin.
Hey, facts.
Hey, real quick,
facts.
We need that.
Did you hoop real quick?
You ever heard of Kareem Reed?
I just heard that recently. Wait! I just heard that recently.
He used to play in the NBA, but he a street baller. He like a legendary street baller. Just Google the name Kareem Reed.
All right.
Have you ever?
Go ahead.
You ever ball with Sebastian Telfair?
Nah, he was actually before my year. Yeah, if I remember. Wait, okay. I think he was after me. Yeah, he was after me. Because I want to say Sebastian Telfair he graduated 04 or 05.
He was the year after Bron.
Yeah,
so
and I graduated with Bron. Me and Bron is the same year.
Oh, okay. Yep. Got you. I just wondered. That
But
New York shit be crazy.
I put like
you
this.
just be playing with-
After my freshman year of high school, I stopped playing basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? I stopped playing for like teams and shit because I started exploring, getting into females, not caring about basketball no more. Like, oh, y'all want to play ball? I'm about to go deal with these girls.
Yep. That shit.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in to another one.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. We appreciate it. Again, this is episode 6. We appreciate all the love, positive energy. We send that right back to you guys in some good quality content. Basically, it's us bullshitting, good takes, bad takes, all in between. We do what the show is called. We talk our ish. Again, just continue to support us. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit. I will say, I will tease. We do got some other stuff on the way. Been working behind the scenes a little bit. Can't really divulge much, but if the love is there from the fans, best believe I'm going to blow everyone out the water. These boys know what I'm talking about. We are ready. We just need to see that support. I promise you that.
And we I don't know if y'all know or not, but we got a Discord. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Discord popping. If y'all want to download the Discord chat, I definitely will be in there. If you need any facts, info, you just want to talk shit, tell me I'm ugly, we could do that all day, you know? So just link the Discord, you know what I'm saying? Find me in there, you know what I'm saying? At me, and I'll talk.
Listen,
I will definitely talking all my working shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
Back up.
Listen, if you don't fuck with Curry, if you want to tell fucking DJ how much LeBron is better,
just say something about Kyrie.
Right there.
Just say something about Kyrie. I'm gonna fire off. I'm gonna fire off the whole clip.
Oh man.
Say something else.
So I'll go ahead and drop the link down below. So if you guys want to, come hang out with us, get to talk with us, we'll put that there when we're opening up shop. But again, this is Talk Your Ish. This is Skins. This is DJ. This is TJ. Shout out to Khalil. He'll be back hopefully next week. Hopefully. And we're out.
Free Khalil.
My boy Khalil. Fuck them Lakers. And LeBron.